Okay, so now let's continue with mixed numbers or mixed fractions. So mixed fractions contains whole numbers and then fractional parts. So this is an example: 3 whole number 1/4, and this one 2 whole number 1/5. So these are mixed fractions. Now let's continue. Okay, now let's talk about equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions are fractions which have the same value but different looks. What do I mean by this? We have 4/3 over here. I want us to do something to 4/3. Usually, equivalent fractions are being formed by multiplying the numerator and the denominator by the same number. So we are going to multiply 4 and 3 by 3. So let's do this. 4 times 3 over 3 times 3. 4 times 3 will give you 12. And 3 times 3, 4 times 3. And 3 times 3 will give you 9. Now, let's multiply 4/3 by 4. So 4 times 4 over 3 times 4. 4 times 4 will give us 16, and 3 times 4 will give us 12. Good. So what this means is that 4/3 is equal to 12/9, and it's equal to 16/2. 16/12, sorry. 16/12. So this is an equivalent fraction. These and these and these are the same in value, but they look different. Now, sometimes dealing with equivalent fractions, you have to make divisions. For example, we are having 3/12 over here. Now we can deduce this, or we can divide it and send it to its simplest form, and that is dividing both the numerator and the denominator by 3. Because looking at it, you can see that 3 is the common factor of 3 and 12. So it's going to be like this. 3 divided by 3 over 12 divided by 3. So this will give us 3 divided by 3 will give us 1, and 12 divided by 3 will give us 4. So what is this telling us? It's telling us that 3/12 is equal to 1/4. 1/4. So this is an equivalent fraction. This is an equivalent fraction. And mostly we call it cancelling. Why? When you are solving equations or when you are solving questions containing fractions, for example, this one we are having here, 3 divided by 12. What you do is that you cancel the 3 and write 1 over here, because 3 to itself is 1, and then 3 into 12 is 4. So your answer will be 1/4. So you don't need to write this. So you just do it like this and then you move forward. So that is why it is called cancelling. That is why it is called cancelling. Alright, so let's continue with standard form or lowest form. So there is an example over here. 24 over 36. We divided the 24 by 2. We had 12. 36 by 2, we had 18. And then we wrote them here. And then we divided the 12 by 2, we had 6. The 18 by 2, we have 9. So 6 and 9. We divided the 6 by 3, we had 2. And then 9 by 3, we had 3. 9 by 3, we had 3. So what is this? What can we see over here? What we are seeing is that to find the lowest form of a fraction, we have to divide the numerator and the denominator with the same common factor. With the same common factor. And looking at this, it is a very long equation. You know why? Because we've not used the highest common factor. The highest common factor. So now, let's find the highest common factor for 24 and 36. 24 and 36. So when you were in earlier you were taught about you studied sets, and then you learned factors when you were doing sets. So now 1 times 24, so 1 24. 2 times what will give you 24? 2 times 12. 3 times what will give you 24? 3 times 8. 4 times what will give you 24? 4 times what is equal to 24? 4 times 6 is equal to 24. So 4 and 6. Now, let's come to 36. 1 times 36 is 36. 15 times 2 times 18 is 36. Now, 3 times 12. 3 times 12 is also 36. 4 times 9. 4 times 9 is also 36. And then 6 times 6 is 36 too. So it will come here. So it means that's the last factor. Good. I hope you've seen how I did it. Now, let's look at the highest common factor over here. So the highest common factor is 12. Let me circle it. So now, let's find the standard form for 24 over 36 with the highest common factor. So 24 over 36. Now, this will be equal to, we said 12 is the highest common factor. Now, 12 will go into 24 how many times? 12 will go into 24, 12 will go into 24 2 times. So we will write our 2 here. And then 12 will go into 6 how many times? So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 3 times. So it makes the answer 2 over 3. And that is the same thing we had over here. That is the same thing we had over here. If you don't understand, you pause the video and you reverse back and watch it again. Thank you. All right, so we have some couple of questions here. And it is saying that write each of the fractions in their simplest form. And A is 8 over 12, 15 over 45, 8 over 24, and 36 over 60. So now, let's start the working. A is 8 over 12. Good. Now, looking at these two numbers, their highest common factor is 4. So now, 4 will go into 8 how many times? 4 will go into 8 2 times. And then 4 will go into 12 how many times? It will go into 12 3 times. So 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. So that is what we are saying. So when 4 divided 8, it will be 2. When 4 divided 12, it will be 3. And if you still don't understand what I'm talking about, I mean, when you were studying sets, your math teacher taught you about factors. And factors are numbers that can multiply up to make a number. So, factors of 8 and 12. So if you don't know how I did it, I'm doing it this way so that you can get it very well. So to be able to send this to the simplest form, look at the two of the numbers, both the numerator and the denominator. And then this is the longest way of doing it. Find the common factors. So now the common factors, the factors of both figures. So we have 8